Let's hear it one more time for your Charmed panel, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Ladies, thank you so much for being here. We're getting a little social media action already.
We try.
We love that.
Yes.
Give it up one more time for these gorgeous ladies.
Thank you.
I am so honored to interview you guys. First of all, how has Comic-Con Scotland Aberdeen been treating you so far?
People here are so nice. Yay. You guys are lovely. You're honestly one of the loveliest groups of people I've ever encountered. You're all just so kind. So thank you.
Have you been enjoying yourself so far here in Aberdeen?
We are. It's fresh,
Yeah.
as they call it. Fresh, right? Yes. Very fresh.
And Rose, how has the fan interaction been so far here at Comic-Con?
I have not gone into any wrestling matches with anybody. Nobody has tried to vanquish me. And everybody's been lovely and really beautiful energy, and we appreciate that. Thank you.
We appreciate you being here, coming all the way to Scotland. By the way, with your whole Ready to Rumble pass, the ring is right there. So listen, we won't make you do that, no way. We're gonna get some questions from you guys in just a bit, but if I can fangirl for a moment, obviously the show is iconic, but I have to ask, as you joined the cast, Rose, what was the chemistry like coming into the Halliwell house?
Well, my entering the show was very much like my character Paige. When she was experiencing magic for the first time or spells for the first time, all of that stuff was completely new to me. And because it was a very well-oiled machine, can you guys hear me okay? Okay, thanks. You know, the crew was like, the director was like, okay, now you orb. And I was like, what's orbing? Like, no, everyone just assumed I knew, like, oh yeah, you know magic talk, right? And I didn't, but I learned, and Paige went on to vanquish many demons.
She did indeed. Now, ladies, I mean, again, the show is iconic, and it's something that I think we all remember so fondly. We love that now we can stream it and watch it all the time. But ladies, before you got into the show, did you have any interest in witchcraft, potions, magical things like that? Was that something that interested you before you joined the cast of Charmed?
I did like some love spells and
This is a true story.
yeah.
Did they work?
And judging from the men that I attracted with those love spells, I obviously did something incredibly wrong. So just heads up, you guys, no more love spells.
No.
But yeah, that was the only real magic I did, I think. What about you, Holly?
Me?
You were casting spells all over the place, weren't you?
No. No, I'm kind of a nature girl, and phases of the moon and the pull of the ocean and that kind of stuff, for sure. And I think, obviously there's more out there than what appears to the eye. And yeah, so I would say I was mystical.
I like that.
Thanks.
Mystical. How about you, Rose?
I wanted to be a vampire.
I think you were.
I
Wasn't
did get
that
to be
you?
in one of the episodes, yes, but in real life,
You tried to eat me.
I took myself to New Orleans when I was like 18 and wandered around in the middle of the night in cemeteries by myself, like, okay, come get me.
She just wanted to belong.
That's nuts.
Yeah, I broke in, I climbed the wall in the Metairie Cemetery. I was always unique that
Just
way.
when I thought I knew everything about you.
Yeah.
That's a Comic-Con exclusive. Well, I would imagine you guys had a lot of fun on set, but what was it like being together, filming late hours? Was a lot of camaraderie? How did you guys get along on set?
And there was a lot of Scrabble. A lot of Scrabble in between takes. It took a long
Who
time.
was the Scrabble queen?
Me.
Once I was gone.
I don't remember Scrabble at all.
You're the backgammon queen. That I will give you.
I am, but remember Catherine. Catherine was my makeup artist, and we all would play Scrabble, and we were a team. And I memorized the Scrabble dictionary, so I knew like the 2-letter words.
That's cheating.
That were worth like 60 points or something crazy.
That's cheating.
So I would just pull out my little Scrabble dictionary in my brain.
Still cheating.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I have photographic memory. It's not my fault that I could memorize it.
Rose, do you have good memories from set? Do they include Scrabble, your memories from being on
My
set?
memories do not include Scrabble. My memories of Scrabble when I was a child that my mother made me play is that I would hide the letters under my leg and hope somebody would find out that I'd stolen them so they'd get mad and kick me out and I could be free.
Also cheating.
That was my plan, and it worked every time.
We're getting all kinds
Every
of
time.
Comic-Con exclusives here. Well, first of all, where are my ladies at in the crowd? I think you guys will agree that this was a very female empowering show, and I think that's something that really resonated with me. Do you think that's kind of why it's endured and why it's done so well? Is because it was very all about female empowerment, for me at least.
I think the amount of men that responded to the show and is astounding and lovely. And men, we love you. We love the fact that you guys
Well, we love
watched the
some
show.
of you.
Yeah,
The ones here.
The good ones.
Yeah, we're not talking about the, you know.
Not the
talking
one
about the ones in
we've
my life.
divorced.
How many
Collectively,
divorces
we have
do we have between us?
a lot.
A lot, yeah.
Rose, how many you got? Just one?
I'm not asking these
The
questions.
other day, I was honestly like, wait a second. I have no memory. I remember, like, I'm divorced, but I have no memory of.
Getting married?
No, I remember that, but I don't remember the end. I don't have any memory
You blocked
of the
it
person
out?
leaving the house or how that happened
Oh, wow.
at all. No, it was a very successful marriage, though. Because when they asked me to marry them, I said, I will marry you for 2 years exactly.
Oh.
And that was exactly what happened. I wanted the experience, but only for 2 years.
Did somebody need a green card?
No,
Oh.
no. He was a U.S. citizen. He was an artist. He was great. It was a very successful marriage and a very successful divorce, and I got exactly what I wanted.
Oh.
That's amazing.
And I think it's better to design your life if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Be prepared.
I apparently did not take that route, nor did you. Yeah, we just went and got engaged all the time, and then sometimes we said, I do.
Yeah, I hate.
I was engaged many times.
Many
and so when the
times.
fifth time, I was like, I never said I want to get married, but the person would ask me, and I would freeze and just say yes out of usually being polite because I didn't know how to say no.
Well, because
I
you
was
don't
like-
want to hurt their feelings.
Right,
and
so it's
say
an awkward
no.
position. And then I was like, damn, I have to be with the person 6 more months before I can break up with them. And so the fifth time I got asked, I was like, what is behind door number 3? Fine. And we'd been together for 4 years, and I was like, okay, probably logically 2 years. And I thought if I don't live my life according to normal rules, and I generally haven't, then I'll just do it differently here too. No harm, no foul. Didn't hurt anybody. We're still close, and all good. Todo bien.
So 1, 4, plus her 1.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh my God.
3.
Don't get me divorced again already.
6.
I
So-
bet you all have not, yeah.
By the way, that
Stay in Scotland, okay?
that nothing
Stay with
to do
tradition.
with
Your
the
life will
question.
work better.
I think, you know what? We're experts. If anybody
In
needs
not
any
doing the right
advice in
thing.
divorce, we got it. We gotcha.
So going back to the question, yeah, female
was the
empowerment
question?
is amazing.
Female
and
empowerment.
We love our girls, but we also really love our boys. And you know, the show just resonated with individuals because it touched everyone. It was about a family, and you know, sometimes the family struggled, sometimes the family didn't get along, but at the end of the day, they were always there for each other and always lifting each other up. And I think that because of that, so many people that were going through a tough childhood or a breakup or, you know, figuring out their own identity, they could find peace and comfort in Charmed. And I hear that story all the time. So do you. And it's really a huge honor to us that we were a part of it and that we touched your guys' lives.
Certainly did, yes.
Piper got married twice.
Oh my God, she's still on the marriage thing.
She's counting.
She did?
She's
Who else
gonna
was she
get
married to?
So now we're at 8.
I don't remember. She's gonna get divorced soon though.
They'll remember. They remember everything, right, guys?
Don't ask any of us to marry you, because we'll just say yes.
And then she'll blow you up.
And
Yeah.
then you'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
Just steer clear of that. You've been warned, everybody. Well, no, the female empowerment story went into designing your own life. It makes perfect sense, yes. Before we get to the fan questions, I have to ask you what you guys are fans of, whether it be Star Wars, Star Trek, Harry Potter, anything maybe that's represented here at Comic-Con that you're fans of.
I'm more of a Harry Potter person.
Yeah,
I
I
would say.
like Harry
The
Potter.
books and the movies, especially after, like, I think the one that Alfonso Cuarón directed. I don't know if it was 3 or 5, but which one?
Prisoner of Azkaban.
The Prisoner of Azkaban. That's when I really started liking the movies. Before that, I liked the books.
Yeah.
I thought they were incredibly well written
you
and
get
really
to-
imaginative. And I think J.K. Rowling did an incredible job giving the gift of imagination to many, many people, and more people should be grateful than are.
Yeah. Did you have a chance to meet Bonnie Wright, who's here from Harry Potter?
I have. I've seen her at
Her
several.
line
and
is
she's
way
lovely.
too long. Forget it.
No, I see her backstage. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've met before. She's lovely.
Yeah, she is. What are you guys? What are you fans of? What do you like to
We
watch?
were super excited that Costas Mandylor was going to be here because we both worked with him. I know, and then he canceled. He's so fired.
Was he in the show? Was he in Charmed?
No.
Yes,
but-
actually, he did do one
he
episode.
did do an episode,
he
didn't
did,
he?
with his brother. He did Saving Private Leo. Yeah.
Have you guys seen Dune? So I just watched Dune 1 for the very first time, and I was riveted and blown away, and I cannot wait. I have a movie date when I get home, and it's so I can go watch Dune 2. How is it? Has anybody seen Dune 2? Is it great? You guys are definitely not that enthusiastic.
Wait,
Should I go talk about Harry Potter now?
you have a date?
Not like that kind of a date.
Don't marry him.
I'm still
least
working
you're to
on
look
getting a
out for you.
divorce.
Don't marry him.
And what are you a fan of? Anything specific, or maybe something that's here around Comic Con?
I think we both were Buffy fans.
Oh yeah. Of course. Yes. We love it. Any Buffy fans in the crowd? Of course there are. Of course there are. We have some questions in the crowd, and we're going to go to Claire. Actually, this is Aaron. Say hi to Aaron, everybody. He's your new best friend with the microphone. He's going to take my microphone.
Yes.
Hi. So I just wanted to ask, who do you think had the best powers?
I had like 2 or 3.
No, we answered.
I was half white lighter, and I could touch you and say, Zimbabwe, and we could go there. Or I could also throw the lamp across the room and hit your enemy in the head. And I could heal you. Just saying.
I kicked ass. And I could astral project and be anywhere at any point in
I
time.
orbed. It was basically the same thing.
We basically were the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so nervous. What was your favorite episode to film? Your favorite episode?
I liked a page from the past, and I liked when she went back in time and met her parents because Paige was adopted. And I liked I liked the vampire episode for me, and I liked the one that was the black and white. What was it called? Charm Noir. That was awesome.
Hers was the Western. She's waiting to talk. No? You're going to change your mind?
Answer for yourself.
No, I'm too busy.
I'm going to say yes, it's split between two. One is the Western because I got to wear the chaps and the cowboy hat and ride horses, and I directed it, so I thought it was great. But also the very last episode I was in is my favorite, not because I died.
Because I died?
That part kind of sucked. But no, because I thought it was one of the absolute best episodes of the 3 seasons as far as acting and directing goes, to give myself some props, but also because
I died.
her performance, you're going to try to make a joke, but I'm going to give you a compliment.
See, I knew
her
this was coming.
performance was unbelievable in that episode. She nailed it. She gave 100%. If she didn't, I forced her to keep doing it until she did.
It was 110%, I think, was required.
And I don't know. I love that episode. You were fantastic in it.
She's just saying that because I'm sitting here. My favorite, I always say, is Sword in the City because they gave me a big weapon and I never got weapons. So, and I didn't do a lot of the fighting. I did a lot of the falling. So that was exciting. Yeah, and I have to say the 2 last episodes were really well put together, and they were well written, and we had a hand in saying how we wanted our characters and families to end up, and I think it was done really well. I won't watch it, but it was great.
Do you think that your characters are similar to you or opposite?
I think towards the end, Piper and I just melded together a little bit. We kind of morphed into one person. And yeah, I mean, it happens after a while, especially after 8 years. We kind of grew up together.
I think Prue was very similar to me. You know, I've always had a sort of caretaking personality of wanting to care for the people that I love that are in my life. And Prue, for her family was number one. Her sisters were everything to her. So, yeah, I would say that we're incredibly similar.
I'd say Paige and I had similarities in the comedy department, in the kind of goofy department, and in the sweet and wanting everything to be great department. But I was the eldest girl in my family, and Paige was the youngest, and it's a very different personality type. And so that was cool to get to experience both, though. And I related to my younger sister more from playing it. Good question.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Sorry, that's really loud. I didn't realise it was going to be so loud. My question is actually about your non-acting endeavours, namely podcast, directing, and your music, which I got the chance to see at the Edinburgh Fringe in 2019.
Amazing.
Yeah, so, please, anything coming up?
The podcast is coming back. I swear. It'll be next month.
So I have my podcast called Let's Be Clear with Shannen Doherty. I'm thoroughly enjoying that. And I do love the directing, and I'm, you know, super passionate about animals and advocating for animals. And then there's, you know, possibly another podcast thing happening.
I've taken a break. I live in Mexico, and I wanted a different reality after spending many, many years in Hollywood and having to fight, unfortunately, a bunch of bad people to help make the world at large wake up and think differently and be better. And that took a real toll, but I'm back, and I'm getting better. Thank you.
Hello. Hi, ladies. Massive fan of Charmed, as I'm sure everyone is here. You had some wonderful costumes and props throughout the show. Did you manage to wangle anything away? Is there anything in a closet, in a cupboard somewhere that might interest us? Thank you.
I have the sword. I have the dragon cane that was really annoying that followed me around for a whole episode that I was terribly annoyed at. I don't know why I brought it home, because every time I think of it or see it, then I'm like, yeah, that was terribly annoying. I don't know why. And I have teacups.
This is how different Holly and I are.
I needed those, okay?
She took home a sword, and she took home teacups, and I took home the Dolce & Gabbana leopard high heels. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did have some clothes, but I don't know where they exist now. I've seen them on people on the internet, so I have to assume they're real.
Hi. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Holly, you were saying you liked Buffy. Charmed and Buffy came around at the same time, and they were a big female-led, really important and powerful shows. How do you feel that stuff like that doesn't come out anymore, and the fact that they are like legendary, and the fact that they've lasted so long and still have such a strong fan base? And also, as a film student, any recommendations you can talk about directing or being behind the camera? I'd really appreciate it.
You know, we were just talking about this last night. I find it so strange that there's not shows like that anymore. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they fell out of favor, or they're not trendy anymore, or networks just don't want to deal with women like us. I don't know. But it's odd to me, and it's also sad to me, because I feel like we made so much progress without really trying to, without it being by design, and then we've lost all this ground, and I'm not sure why. I'm not sure it doesn't make any sense to me. As far as directing or being behind the camera, I loved producing. I love putting good people together to do their jobs and put teams together that are really good at what they do. And that way it makes it easier for the director type people that I couldn't put myself in that chair. But I know other people that enjoy it.
The last thing I did in Hollywood was I directed a movie that was nominated for Grand Jury Prize at Sundance Film Festival and qualified for the Oscar, which I passed on. But I would highly recommend for film is getting to know classic film, like real classic film, and not just the directors and the writers, but even like the set design and the wardrobe and the cinematographers, because it takes all of that to make that magic. And the more you know, not to like crib or take from it, but just to be inspired and understand other voices, and definitely cinema from even from non-English speaking countries. That's definitely a recommend for sure. My voice is super froggy. Hey.
So I'm actually a new Charmed fan. I'm just currently going through for the first time.
Welcome.
I love it so much. Almost at the end of season 6. So from season 1 to season 6, which is like your favorite moment?
Favorite moment or favorite season? Favorite season? Ooh, that's tough.
Oh, you're putting her in the hot seat right now.
I know. I can't say
brutal.
3 or 4, can I?
1 and 8 for you, probably.
1 and 8. 1 and 8. That's a good. You know, what's great about the show is that we did have 8 seasons, and we did get to grow with our characters.
Very rare.
And yeah, so it's hard to pick, you know, favorite moments. It's hard to pick even favorite seasons or episodes, you know, because there was a lot of good. Yeah, and we, you know, very much so became like family. I erroneously married one of them. Again, don't ask us. Well, just say yes.
Hi. My question is, if Prue was still around when you found out about Paige, how do you think Prue would have reacted, and what do you think would be the sisterly dynamic between the two going forward?
She'd be upset there's another mouth to feed.
Oh, she'd have to go back to like the auction house and work. She wouldn't be able to be creative with her camera. No, I think Prue would have been thrilled with Paige. I think that, you know, Paige's personality would have helped continue bringing out that sort of fun side that we started getting to see in season 3, with Prue also, you know, just loving her and taking her under her wing and being protective of her. I think that they would have got along really well.
I agree. I think Paige would have liked to have some extra steering.
Prue would have had a new favorite.
Probably.
Hiya guys, I'm Jack. My question was more, is there any chance I could get you to say hi to my mum? She was meant to be here today, but she's currently in her bed ill, watching Charmed as we speak, so I just really want to make her jealous.
Wave your hand in the air. I don't know where you are.
Hi, Mom.
Okay. And what's your mom's name?
Shelley, but we all call her Sheldon.
Hello,
Sheldon.
Sheldon.
Hi,
Okay,
Sheldon.
1, 2, 3. Everyone in the audience, pan around. Say hello, Sheldon. 1, 2, 3. Hello, Sheldon.
How's that?
Okay. Bye, Mom. Thank you.
Obviously, given the budget for the show, if you had had a bigger budget, do you think that the powers of your characters would have grown more?
The CGI would have been better.
Yeah. Special effects would have been better. Yeah, they would have. I would have blown more things up for sure. That's very costly.
Is there anyone in particular you would have liked to guest star on the show?
That we didn't have? I thought we had everyone. Damn it.
Kevin Costner.
Oh, okay.
Just saying who I think is hot.
That's fine.
I'm just gonna.
He would have been in the Western. That would have been cool.
That would have been
Totally.
amazing. Yep.
That's funny. We'll keep that in mind.
Hi. Quick question. Obviously, we've spoken about the fact that, unfortunately, you know, strong women-led programs have fallen out of favour. And obviously, the reboot of Charmed didn't do too well in the UK.
Oh.
Sorry. But if we were remaking it, who would you all pick to play yourselves if we were to remake it now? Which
Me.
strong female, obviously, but which strong female sort of up-and-coming actresses or actresses that...
We're so up and coming.
Obviously, sorry.
We're just picking ourselves. What are you?
If she can have
what?
Kevin Costner, I want Angelina Jolie.
Oh, I would like Angelina too.
Okay, well, I got her first.
And Brad. Can we get them back together?
No, they don't work together anymore.
Darn it.
Hi.
Who do you want to play you?
I already said Angelina.
That's who you really want?
Yeah.
I
She's
go blank
depth.
every time someone asks me questions about people. I just blank out. And I start thinking, honestly, I don't know why, but a woman I know named the Lady Bunny came to my mind.
You want it? You want Bunny? All right.
Yeah.
This is gonna
Rabbits.
be strange.
Hi, I absolutely loved watching Charmed as a child, and it just kind of enraptured me and stuff like that. My co-worker, who's ill at the moment, couldn't be here, but she would love for you to say hi. Her name's Teresa. She especially loves Shannen, and she's asked me to get a few photos. My question is, if there ever was talk of coming back and doing, I don't know, something about the children of the Charmed ones, would you ever come back for a reboot? And yeah, if you would ever do it. Thank you.
Well, first off, hi, Teresa. That's her name? Hello. I think that we all three have had this conversation, and if it was done properly, I think that we would all 100% be on board with it. And I think it would be incredibly cool to once again actually see Prue and Paige together in that dynamic. So I'm pretty sure we would all do it.
I think our children should be mashups of horror films. So my child could be Chucky, your child could be Megan,
Freddy.
It'd have to be a child killer.
We have enough leprechauns.
So there's Megan from the Megan robot AI whatever movie, Chucky. What's another little kid villain in a movie?
Stop ignoring your leprechauns.
Fine.
They came to your funeral. Stop.
Two came.
How did you get the role of being the people you were in Charmed?
You're so cute.
A lot of different auditions for me. And at first they wanted me to audition for Phoebe, which I had to explain to them was not a good idea. No. And she was supposed to be Piper for a moment in time. Go ahead, you can tell them. Not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
Right.
I'd worked with Aaron Spelling before, so he just offered me the part. I didn't really have to audition. It was one of the luckiest jobs. But I did have to actually read the script and say yes, which I wasn't going to do. I wasn't going to do the show. And Holly saw the script thrown down in the back of my car and said, have you read it? And I was like, yeah, no. And she was like, you need to read it. It's actually really good. So I read it and said, yeah, okay, I want to do it. And then I said to Aaron, we have to do it. We have to bring in Holly because she's the reason why I even bothered reading the script. So that's how I got involved. And then I got fired, and Rose got an opportunity.
The baton passes, my darling. I was in Romania doing a movie, and I got a call in my hotel room, and Aaron Spelling was a very legendary Hollywood producer. He was very, kind of like a little wizard, I would say, and quite ancient at the time that I got a phone call, and it was like, hello, this is Aaron Spelling. And I was like, click. And then it rings again, and I'm like, hello. And they offered me the part in the show, and I said, give me a little time to think about it. And I said, okay, universe, send me, going back to the magic question, send me a sign if I'm meant to do this. And I have never seen this before or since then on a plane, but on my flight from Romania to California, one of the entertainment options was the pilot episode of Charmed. And so I watched it, and I was like, it looked, I've never before or since, right? And so I watched it, and it was like, it was great. And I was like, okay, I'm in. And then I didn't realize they'd left, like, fired the showrunner, and then changed the way it looked, too. But, so it was all kind of fate. Good question. Thank you.
First of all, my daughter, just there, got me into watching Charmed. So much so, when my second child was born, I let her name her, and she named her Paige. She's also gone on to have sons of her own, or one of them's now named Wyatt. Would you be able to say hi to them?
Okay, now you guys are starting to trend. We're gonna get in trouble.
Hi, Paige.
Hi, Wyatt.
Be back after.
Do you have like a dog named Prue or something that I can say hi to?
Cat.
Hello. Marry me.
Hi.
Just say thank you for coming to Scotland, and Shannen, I'm glad you liked the wee gift I gave you. And I'm
Loved
just going
it.
to say, embarrassingly, Piper, you were actually my crush on the show, and you still are.
Woo! Don't ask her. She might say yes.
I'm punching above my weight there. Right. So I cosplay the Doctor from Doctor Who. So my question is just for all three of you. If I showed up in the TARDIS and offered to take you anywhere and any when in time and space, where and when would you want to go, and why?
This is a proposal. Tricky, very tricky.
Yeah.
Tahiti?
I've been there.
You didn't you go on your honeymoon there?
Yes.
See? I keep up.
Long flight.
Yeah. Is that when you decided to get divorced?
No, that was before the marriage.
Oh.
I would want to go to. I would like to help out Joan of Arc on the battlefield.
There you go.
I just want to go
I
to
know
like
it wouldn't
Kenya.
end well, but that would be okay anyway.
To where?
Just Kenya. Kenya or like Botswana.
That's where you went on your honeymoon.
No,
Stop
I went
with the
to South
honeymoons.
Africa.
Oh.
It's
No more
different.
honeymoons. The honeymoon is over.
I don't want this to end. I feel like it's a sleepover and we're talking about boys. And I'm
This
really
is what we
enjoying
do.
it. It's adorable. You guys have been so amazing. We know that all of you guys want your chance to get your autographs and get your photos taken with these lovely, iconic ladies. But ladies, what are you looking forward to as a final question for me? After you leave Aberdeen, what's next for you?
I'm going to get her divorced. Quickly. We have other people to marry. See, he just raised his hand. Now you're his crush. See how fast that happened? Moving on.
We will leave our hearts in Scotland.
We will be back. We will be back.
We hope you will be. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation
guys.
for Rose, Shannen, and Holly, your Charmed cast. Aberdeen.